Good morning, YouTube. I, of course, decided to do this on a day where it's pouring, but I thought if I don't do this right now, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to intro this video and I'm not going to post anything, so I have to do it now. It's been almost a year to the day since my last vlog, since I last competed. So I'm going to give you a little bit of an intro today. I'm going to train glutes, so I'm going to take you with me. I've been working away this year. I've not stopped a second. I just stopped posting. Today is Friday, the 14th of November. We are a couple of days away from the World Championship. This year it is in Wales. The World was the one that I did last year in Amsterdam. This year they do it in Wales. And we're literally a couple of days away from it, which means it's almost like a year to the day where I last posted a YouTube video. I'm going to update you on what this year has been like. Definitely it's been hard at times. Post-show was hard, definitely, but I'm super happy of how I dealt with that. I did suffer with an injury post-show. Maybe I'm gonna talk about this in the future, but I am fully recovered now. However, my knee has been acting up a little bit these last couple of days. Therefore today what I'm gonna do a bit of a top-up session in terms of glutes, because I'm just testing as well if I can do a little bit more volume, a touch of back as well. So yeah, I'll take you with me and I'll see you there.
He could do that and not touch it.
Better for me, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to work out if I would or
Okay, actually, that video was filmed in November 2025, and today is 9th of March 2026. So I never actually finished off that video. I never recorded again, but I thought I would do a little bit of an outro now, tell you where I'm at. I'm obviously off season at the moment. My plan is to compete again in 2027. The plan was to compete 2026, so be 2 years between my last show and this in the next show, but also I was very small on stage, so I decided kind of right away, the first kind of couple of months post show, I decided immediately I was gonna just take more time to grow, because obviously muscle does take time. My genetics are not great, so it takes me a huge amount of time to grow, and I decided to take 3 years between seasons. Therefore, I am off season now. When I recorded the last bit of the vlog, I was dealing with some injuries, which I am dealing again now. So I have a quad tendonitis again. So I'm trying to deal with it as best as I can. But to give you a little summary of what happened post show, so I went immediately into a growing phase. I did that for maybe I think it was about 7 months. And then I did a little bit of a cut to bring back the body fat, because obviously there had been a little bit of a rebound post show. Nothing that was uncontrolled. Everything. I stayed on plan pretty much the whole post show, but obviously weight did accumulate after about 6 to 7 months. And obviously I didn't diet for 6 to 7 months. I just focused on growing, focused on progressive overload, focused on training to failure again, and so on. I then did, I think it might have been 10 to 12 weeks cut. Brought back the body fat a lot. And honestly, I saw so many differences already from the last time I was cut. I think post show I did build a decent amount of muscle, or at least I made good progress, because when I was leaner, for example, I already had abs. Because I started training them consistently post show right away. So twice a week, weighted abs. And yeah, I could see that in the first diet. So then we did a 12 weeks cut, brought the body weight down. Then I had my 10-year anniversary with my husband. So I wanted to kind of hold that body composition for a little bit, because we went on holiday and so on. So I did a bit of a maintenance phase, and then I went into a second growing phase. So I am currently in my second growing phase, and I am about halfway through my second growing phase. This growing phase is again 24 weeks, so that's how it's been planned. Obviously, week plus one, plus minus one, depending on body composition. I have just passed the 12 weeks mark, and we have another 12 weeks to go. So depending on where my body weight goes, obviously everything is controlled, so I'm in a controlled surplus. I'm training really hard. However, at the moment I have a little bit of a setback on quads again, which is not ideal, but and then the deficit will be again 6 to 8 weeks, just to clean up, get rid of a little bit of extra body fat, and then go back into another 24 weeks growing phase. And then from there, basically the plan is to continue this kind of growing and cutting cycle until it's time to prep. It will be about June 2027. So I'm super excited for that. Yes, we are in March 2026. People keep asking me, when are you competing next? What are the plans? And whenever I say it's 2027, they say, oh, well, then it's a long time. Yeah, I've not been off a single day. Yes, it's off season, but it's never off season. It's improvement season. So for me, I'm on 100%. I do think I've made a little bit of muscle progress, I think. Obviously, we'll know when I'm leaner, but definitely I did notice some progress when I got leaner this time around. I think I saw some muscles that weren't there when I competed, just like quads, a little bit of abs, even glutes, I would say, hamstrings, etc. Obviously, the hamstrings and glutes take longer to get leaner, so even when I got lean, I didn't notice a huge difference there yet, because I didn't get as lean as stage weight, of course. Not sure about the delts. My delts don't grow. I am now hitting them 3 times a week. I have one upper session, which is heavily delt focused, one push session, which is heavily delt focused, and then I have one top up delts at the end of glutes. So I do them 3 times a week. I'm doing quads twice a week, a lot of volume, so much volume. so much volume. My whole program since post show has been incredibly high volume. I was talking about this with someone I know a couple days ago, and I was like, what I'm doing is absolutely not sustainable. Like, not sustainable. Spend about 2.5 to 3 hours training legs and 2 to 2.5 hours doing upper body days, 5 days a week. And I was like, this isn't sustainable. It's not like, I would never recommend this to anybody, because I'm training really hard. I have a stupid amount of volume in what I'm doing, but it is for a specific goal. It is for something. It's not just, I don't expect to live my life like this. I have given these 3 years between shows to really bring my very best, because I really do want to do well the next time round, because the first time round was to have fun. It wasn't to have fun, it's a competitive sport, but it was kind of to prove myself, to do something I've never done before. Was this time round I'm trying to really bring my best package. Of course, what will happen, but if I continue this way, I have zero doubt. I will have zero doubt that I have given everything I had to give, everything. And yeah, I'm super excited. Honestly, I'm taking every day the same way that I was pretty much taking prep. Anyway, I thought I would film this outro because the other day I found the video on the computer, and I think I just needed to take the plunge and post the first one, and then potentially I can start filming a little bit more. It would be nice to document a little bit of the growing phase as well. It's not as exciting as prep is, because it's literally the same things day in, day out, every single day, but that's also what prep is. But I guess maybe prep's a little bit more exciting because there's more to show for it. Whilst now I'm just a little bit of a blob of body fat with maybe some muscle underneath, if we are lucky. But yeah, I'm hoping to bring back the channel, maybe not consistently like prep was, but definitely potentially I will maybe film a little bit more content. If you do want to see some content, leave me a comment below, so at least I know that there's somebody watching. Maybe I will film a little bit of my growing phase moving forward, and start bringing a little bit more content on YouTube. Anyways, I hope everyone has a fantastic rest of the day or the evening, whenever you're watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new.